Got to be good now. Okay. So, hello, hello, hello. Hey, that's no, you got to it's fine. We should be Ginger's making sure that we don't miss the first part of the thing. I got some viewers, so we should be good. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome once again to another Game Master Dave live show. And I am your host, Game Master Dave. And so let's level up. You're probably wondering why there's a big screen TV behind me. That's because Ginger and I just finished watching WandaVision. So yeah, we sort of like binge watched it in like 2 days, maybe 3 days. I can't remember. Hey, Bill, thanks for joining us. And of course, this past week has been really tough. Yesterday was a very emotional day. I posted a little bit on Facebook and stuff like that. So obviously, progress is good, but we still have a lot of work to do. And so we really are praying for the families and the lives that were destroyed, it's unbelievable. And then also here on Long Island, many of you know we had an active shooter situation the other day, and that was a little bit harrying too. That was another situation that's going on. So we've got lots of. Oh, there goes my phone. It froze. Oh, good, it's back. So this is a tough time. We've got the coronavirus. We've got other things. We've got it's just a really, really hard time. So I just want to let everybody know that you are all dearly loved. We need you to stay alive to play games. We're looking forward to spending one-on-one time with you in the near future. Black Lives Matter. Asian lives matter. Trans lives matter. Right now we're concentrating on Black Lives Matter. This is a tough time. So please, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, please contact me at dave@gamemastergame.com. I don't want to get political or bring the news too much into the show because we want to talk about games, right? This is the Game Master Dave's live show. But this was a hard week. Again, another hard week. But we're going to be better. We're going to do better. We can stay strong. We need to take action, and we need to continue growing and loving and moving forward. So with that said, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it. And oh yes, so Bill, WandaVision, you guys are talking about in the chat. Yes, WandaVision, we were sort of surprised. I'm not a huge Marvel fan. Well, I'm a fan. That's not the right word. I don't know a lot of the Marvel universe. So apparently, neither does Ginger. Ginger knows even less. So apparently, we probably missed like 150 Easter eggs. And so I noticed little things, and I'm like, I think that means something. But obviously, there was a lot of stuff in there that was very, very important. Anyway, so the thing was, we had a great time though. We really enjoyed the show. That was good. Got to check out Falcon. Yeah, so Falcon and Winter Soldier. So somebody mentioned that to me, Bill. What network is that on? What streaming network? I'm curious. Anyway, here we go. So I've played some Gelfs and Gibelines recently. I played Friday at a Bethpage Library event. No, Bill, you didn't miss anything. It was for teenagers only. We had a gentleman show up, and I believe he had a good time. He's going to take the game out from the Bethpage Library as soon as he can, sometime over later in this year, this fall, spring, or in the summer. So it's a solitaire game, so it's really cool. What else have I been playing? Dominions 5 campaign we got going on. I'm going to be playing some Stratomatic Baseball soon, so having a good time. Oh, thank you, Ginger. Yes. Cthulhu. Okay, also, thanks, Bill. That's also on Disney Plus. Okay, we have Disney Plus. We don't have Amazon. We don't have. People make fun of me that I don't have Amazon streaming network because we don't have an Amazon account. We just wouldn't really use it or anything. So, but I forgot what I was gonna say. Darn it! Oh, Cthulhu. We had a great campaign of Cthulhu last night. My character is not that well set for this campaign, but something super funny happened, and I was able to advance the storyline pretty well. That's what normally happens in role playing games, right? Usually, everybody's working hard to solve a problem, and then the person that has no skill set usually jumps in and solves everything, right? Well, I don't know if I solved anything, if my character solved anything, but my character certainly advanced the story, so that was fun. Okay, so let's talk about the game we were going to talk about. So Ginger and I demoed Friday. I've done Friday before on this show, but before it was on the Long Island Tabletop Streaming Network. And so we're doing it again because we just took it out of the library for our teen show. So we're going to feature it again. Friday is a solo game, and you can also take it out of the Bethpage library if you're a resident. If you are not a resident in Bethpage, go tell your librarian they need to get some board games. So this is by Friedman Freeze. He's got a lot of really cool, quick, easy games out. He's a prolific publisher. Last time I did this show, I looked at how many games he had out. It's like 15 or 20. I mean, it's like unbelievable. Now, all for the BoardGameGeek.com stats, Friday is listed as 7.1, came out in 2011. Only Friday can help Robinson Crusoe survive the hazards of this deserted island. Now, even though it's solitaire, we have played cooperative before, so that's what we did for the Bethpage library event. Now, this was the shocking thing. 7.1, that's really good. Anything over 6.5 we think is fantastic. Somehow there's another rating on BoardGameGeek.com, and I don't know what it is, because look at this. This is rated 415th best game out of more than 100,000. That is unbelievable. Is this game that good? Ginger says yes. I don't know. I can't say that it is. But look at a strategy game that's rated number 307. I hope Advanced Squad Leader is above that. You know. What about Dominions? Where's Dominion? Where does Dominion fit in? Anyway, it's one player, best at one player. That's so funny to see, right? Community says it's one player is the best. Age is 13 plus. 25 minutes playing time. 2.1 on the difficulty scale. I'll tell you, there's some concept in this game that's a little bit hard to grasp initially. Yeah, so there you go. Ginger just said, I was surprised by the low weight rating. I had trouble learning it, and I still haven't won the full version. Yes, you're supposed to start out with a modified version of it. The designer, Friedman Freeze, which we already talked about, and there's some artists listed there. And this is probably the European publisher because it is made in the United States by Rio Grande Games. You can see there. Cool. Okay, so we just talk about basic overview play here. We don't try to go too in depth. But the objective is that you get through this challenge deck, okay, these hazards. You get through these hazards 3 times. So you're going to use the green level of hazard first, and then the yellow level, and then the red level. And then after you do that, you're at the point where Friday has gotten Robinson Crusoe ready to leave the island. So he leaves the island, but there are pirates out there in the waters, and then you have to defeat pirates. If you get through the 3 challenge levels, and then you defeat the pirates, you win. Now, this is a very interesting style of deck building game, which is pretty cool. Hey, Rich, nice, thanks for joining us. The very first thing you do, this is your deck, okay? So this is your starting deck. You got a lot of stuff in there, but you got some values of -1 to 2, and I'll show you how that works in a second. So the very first thing you do is you got to pick 2 hazards. Okay, so we're going to pick 2 hazards. So with the raft to the wreck, that's just flavor text, doesn't have anything to do with the game, and further exploring the island. Now you'll see these hazard levels here is 2, 5, and 8, and you can see the green, yellow, and red. So the first time that we go through this deck, we only have to get 2 strength points in order to defeat this hazard, all right? And this one is 0 strength points. That's pretty cool, okay? If we go to the yellow deck, once we finish the hazards, when we go to the yellow deck, it's 5, and go to the red deck, it's 8. And you can see that's significantly different. Now, you see this other side of the card. We'll explain that in a second. Now, this green number here means how many cards you get to draw off your deck in order to equal or be greater than the hazard level. So to give you an example, let's try to get this easy one here first, okay? So what we basically do is we choose 2 hazards off the top of this deck, but we discard one. Now we have to encounter this later, so that's just something to think about. Okay, now this one is we only get one card to draw, so we just draw one card off the top of the deck. And you can see there that I got a 0, which matches the 0 after drawing just one card, and we are successful. So, what was that? Wait a second. Ginger says, "Hi, Rich. I think your family might like this one." And Rich said, "Probably, but we have too many games left to play from Christmas." Oh, you got a bunch of Christmas gifts that you have yet to play. Yeah. Hey, I noticed Rich just dropped off some games for me to review in the next couple weeks for this live show, and I noticed one of them is still in the plastic wrapping. So I'm guessing, Rich, you want me to open it and learn it for you. Well, that's happened to be a lot in my life, so I guess that is the way it is. Okay, so we were successful in defeating this hazard. Fantastic. So now this goes to a discard pile. Okay. Now what's interesting is that now this card turns into a card that we can use later on, like in a deck building game. It also goes to a discard pile. Now it adds 0 strength, but it has an effect which can be really good. Okay, so then that goes to the discard pile. We don't draw off the discard pile until we finish all the things in our regular pile. Okay, hey, successful. Next hazard. We draw 2 hazards, and we continue doing this. Now, here is an interesting setup. Is both of these are exactly the same, well, actually almost exactly the same. It's 0 to defeat, and we only draw 1 card. 0 to defeat, and we only draw 1 card. But look at here. This is where the strategy comes in. If we were to win this card, or there's multiple levels of strategy, but here's the first one. If we win this card, when this card cycles back around after we shuffle our draw deck, we get +2 cards, okay? This one is phase -1. Now, which one is more important? We should try to go for the one that's more important since both of these are the same hazard level. So +2 cards means you get to draw 2 more cards. Instead of drawing 1 card, you get to draw 3. That's fantastic, right? But this phase -1 means later on in the game, if we're at the yellow level, and you can see these are harder to defeat at the yellow level and the red level. If we're at the yellow level, then we only have to defeat that card as if it's at the green level. Or if we're at the red level, we have to defeat that card only if it's at the yellow level. So maybe we should try for this one. So again, because we think, Ginger and I feel like this phase -1 is super important in this game. Okay, so then we draw 1 card. You can see right here. And we draw a card, and we get a 1. So we're above the 0 after 1 card. So we won. Fantastic. Yay, we're doing great. So 2 more hazards come out. And you can see here. Now let's try something. We just got we just tried another 0. This thing won't add any strength to later on. We're trying to get some strength. So if we defeat this card, a level 1 with 2 cards drawn, then later on this is going to help us add to our strength to get future cards. So let's take a little risk with this one, okay? So now we draw 2 cards. So here we go. I draw a 0. I drew a card. And I forgot to tell you, you lose the game if you lose all your life. You start with 20 life. And I draw another card. Oh, no! So here's something that's interesting. A couple things have just happened. I did not meet the one that I needed, okay? But look at the action on this one, +2 life. I can activate that card, and there's always 2 extra at the beginning of the game. We start with 20, so I can add 2 life to this pool. So now I have 22. Now, we did not defeat this, so we can do one of 2 things. We can say we're done, and we have to pay some life, and I'll explain that in a second, or we can spend a life and draw another card. So let's spend a life and draw another card. So I get to do that, and I draw, oh no, I drew another 0, okay? So now let's say I could spend another life and draw another card, or I can just say we're defeated, okay? Then when you're defeated, you have to pay the difference between what value you have and what value you needed. So here the value we have is 0, and the value we needed is 1. So the difference is 1, so we have to pay 1 life. The cool thing about that now is we get to whittle down the deck. What is it called in Dominion? It's called like cull the deck. For every point that we spend in this area, and at this time when we get defeated, we get to discard a card out of our deck. So let's take one of these 0s with no effect and discard that card completely out of the game. So we still lost. We're going to still have to encounter this at another time. We did lose a couple life, but we lost 2, but we were at 20, went up to 22. Now we're back down to 20, so we really didn't lose any net life. And yes, Ginger says there's a strategic disadvantage to having a smaller deck. I haven't figured out the balance yet, except you might want to get rid of those zeros, and we haven't seen -1s yet. So then we draw 2 more cards, and bang, so there we go. Okay, and we repeat. Now, here is the thing. In this starting deck, there are a bunch of -1s. So wow, look at all those 4 -1s all coming up in a row. Okay, we obviously shuffle them. There's 1, 2, and a couple 1s. That's good. Now, once we have depleted this and everything's in the discard pile, and then we need to draw another one. Look at this symbol here, +1. What the heck is that? That is an aging card. So this is the aging deck. In addition, if we draw all the cards from the aging deck, I think you might lose too. Now this aging card, we would normally not look at it, but look, this one is a -1. We will put that with this and shuffle these up, and we start again with that deck. Now, the bottom 3 aging cards can be very mean and nasty. One of them is -5. Unbelievable. So the game gets better as you go along, because as you defeat these, you'll see that some of these have like 4 attack, 1 attack, have really cool effects. Send 1 down below the pile, exchange a card out, plus life, okay, to exchange 2 cards out, double the attack value of a card, okay? So gaining these cards and adding them to your deck really increase the way your deck runs. And how effective it can be. So you power up, but at the same time, every time you have to shuffle this deck, the bad cards pile up. So anyway, and then eventually you have to defeat these pirates, and they are insane. So this one is you have to have 16 strength to defeat this pirate. You are able to draw 7 cards, but each additional fighting card costs 2 life points. So if you have to draw additional cards, you got to spend 2 life to defeat that pirate. This one is you get to draw 9 cards, but look, you have to have 35 fighting strength. That's where those cards like double fighting strength come into, or draw more cards. There's other ones like draw 2 cards. So you might draw 9 cards, you might only get up to 20 fighting strength, but you have 3 cards that let you draw 2 more cards as an action. So you can draw 2 more cards, you can draw 6 more cards or something. So anyway, there's lots of cool little things that happen in this, and the replayability is really good because there's lots of different pirate cards, tons of them. So that basically, in a nutshell, is Friday. You're trying to build up your deck. You're not trying to lose too much life. You're not trying to age fast enough, and Friday's going to get Robinson Crusoe off that island. Get off my island, Robinson. And there you go. So Ginger says the solitaire component might work for Rich's kids. Oh, cool. Yeah. All right, cool. Again, we just do our little plugs here. There's our phone number. There's my email, my Facebook. These are 3 stores we support here on Long Island. If you haven't heard yet, Long Island Retro, a great convention in August for video games, and they also have a tabletop element, has canceled for August at the Cradle of Aviation Museum. But stand by for more announcements. So give us a follow, give us a like. Go to LI Tabletop Twitch channel. Go to their YouTube. Go to their Facebook. Go to their Twitter. Like them. Sign up. Whatever. Follow. Subscribe so you can get the latest updates. Also, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm on a talk show right here on the same network on Long Island Tabletop over coffee with Rich, Doug, and John. We talk about just about anything on there. We try to talk about games. There's my YouTube channel, Patreon, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and my Board Game Geek username. What do they call it? Not username, but you know what I mean. Oh my gosh! I feel like I talk so much in these shows. My mouth is dry when I'm done. My mouth is dry. So everybody, take care. This is a tough time. Do something good for yourself. But when you can, if you are able, as you are able, get involved. Vote. Go out. Talk to people. find out if they're okay in all of the stuff that we are dealing with. This is still a hard time. Just when things look like they could be getting better, I'm sure there's going to be lots of difficulties ahead. But we can do it. We can do it together. We can game together soon, and we can be a better society, and we can be a better gamers, and we can make we can make more great games. I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm just rambling. Ginger says, "Love the flavor text on Friday. Friday gets to get rid of that Caruso." Yes. So Ginger and I have laughed over that. The game is called Friday because Robinson Crusoe's there, and Friday's trying to help him get these defeat these hazards so that he can go home. Send him home. Yes, Rich, stay strong. So always hated the book when I was a kid. I don't remember reading the book. I'm sure I did. Anyway, with that, give yourself 100 experience points. And until we meet again across the gaming table, keep your dice dry and your rule books ready and your, what are we going to say, your hazard card strong? No. Ginger says, "You're loco, I don't know." Rich and Bill, somebody, what are we going to keep strong? TikTok. 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 Friday, keep your canoes strong. Keep your pirate ships strong. Come on, Rich and Bill. Keep what? Ginger's going to typing something. What a delay here at the end of the show, right? Sort of anticlimactic. Keep your Fridays. Yes. Okay, we got to keep Friday strong. Keep your vaccine strong. Those are good answers. This is like Mad Lib. Ginger, you had one too, right? Oh, keep your idiot invaders strong so that they can go home. Yes, there you go. We got it. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.